Hello, this is Tamlin. Today I'm going to show you all the secrets behind the scenes of my new music video, To Win Will You Give Up? The music video is out now, so if you haven't seen it yet, pause this video and go check it out first. There are going to be a lot of spoilers here. In the video, I play this power-hungry CEO. She's not afraid to crush everyone in her way to get to the top. In the story of the music video, this is this CEO's big day to get everything that she's ever wanted. She gets ready and make her way through a lot of obstacles. In the end, she gets to heaven, which signifies her getting to the top of the world. But you see that she loses a lot of herself in the process. In the video, there are two different worlds that are clearly distinguished by the lighting. There's the conscious world, where it's the external real world. And there's the shadow world, which is my character's subconscious. If you know Jungian psychology, then the shadow world is where our unconscious thoughts and things that we repress reside within your mind. In the shadow world, there are these two characters, the Anima and Animus, which in Jungian's theory, the Anima is the feminine side of your conscience and the Animus is the masculine side. In the shadow world, my eyes are always closed. My character is repressing her conscience, that voice in your head that tells you, hey, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. She just tries her hardest not to listen to them. The outfit that they're wearing is a Thai traditional outfit. I thought it was fitting because you get a lot of what's in your conscience from culture and how human as a species has evolved, and it's all these accumulative ideas that we've learned. And that's why I want to represent these characters as something that are very old and with me in my blood, basically. In the shadow world, you also see these ink blot marks that keep spreading throughout my body. I chose ink blot because it's become quite well known that the Rorschach test is a way to get into someone's subconscious. I suppose in pop culture, if you see evil pattern, then your mind is probably disturbed. So I thought that was quite fitting to signify that my obsession with power and success has taken over me. We divided the shoot into 2 different days. On day 1, we filmed all of the conscious day scenes, and then the second day we filmed all of the shadow world scenes. And the first part of the story, it's me sitting there waiting impatiently for my staff to arrive. We have Melissa and Tom, who are my stylists, and they're the CEO's employee. They definitely don't like her very much. I want to signify that they're these people that get to the top while not really caring about her employees, and they're only there for the money. Covering up In the next part, we filmed the slapping couple, Chris and Sam, who are also my friends. That's actually one of the hardest scenes to film. Nobody actually knew how to film fighting scenes. So I was watching a lot of YouTube videos on fighting techniques, how to fake slap so that it looks realistic on the camera. Like, they didn't actually slap each other, except for one shot where they accidentally did. So nobody got hurt, except emotionally, maybe. In this scene, we have the angry crowd. Let me introduce you to all the people I'm gonna kill today.
My name is Chloe. I'm gonna die today. Kind of excited.
My name is Anne. I'm gonna die today.
Hello, I'm Ted, and I'm dying too.
I wanted it to be a depiction of everyday violence, like domestic violence, drunk people fighting in bars, brutality from police or authority towards citizens, as well as bullying. There are these 3 girls who are not really physically violent, but they bully each other mentally. I want to show that there are these kind of violence that happen every day. However, the CEO gives no shit about anyone, doesn't try to help anyone else. So her motivations are even worse than people who are in these violent situations. I asked everyone to come up with their own story to fight about, and everyone was actually yelling in real life. It was awesome. It looked so realistic. Then I take the sword from Patrick, who plays this authority guy, and started killing everyone. I actually swing swords from really far away from them. We have Ross, who's praying to whatever deity that he believes in for his life. He can't see me coming, right? So when I'm near him, I have to yell. And the ya is the cue for him to fall down. Although the first time we filmed this shot, I actually forgot to yell. Everyone was a really good sport. It was getting really hot. We all got sweaty in the end, but we got a lot of really good shots. Cut! By the time we filmed the angel scenes, we were running out of time. We only had about 45 minutes left. We couldn't really get a well choreographed fight scenes in there. In the end, I knock out these two angels and then I kneel over this archangel and I keep screaming at him, "Where's my salvation?" It's like I'm the one who has gotten to the top of the entire world. Where's my reward? Then my characters realize I'm not actually getting what I wanted. A switch flipped in her mind and she started killing this angel. But she becomes crazy because she's lost so much of herself. At the end of the day, it's a wrap. I'll tell you a secret. You've unlocked the secret ending. The ending that you see in the music video, it's not the true ending. This is the true ending where I ended up winning and becoming a god.
I'm a god now.
The next day, we filmed all the Shadow World scenes. We arrived at the studio at around 5:30 a.m. Today is actually really nice for me because all of my scenes, I have my eyes closed, so I'm kind of like napping while they're shooting me. The Anima and Animus, we have Ruby and Ray. Ruby is one of my closest friends. I picked them for this role because I think their characters are actually really close to what's in my head. They do a lot of crazy things on set.
This is the unknown.
Where we come from the unknown.
That's why they're playing my Anima. Why you give everything? Oh my god.
When I turn around, they would be doing something weird.
This is what we do behind the scene because
I won.
Which is what's in my head constantly.
come and stay with us in the unconscious.
On this day, we have special effects makeup artists, Beam and Pon. They're the ones who did all the red makeup on the Anima and the Animus. They use some kind of red powder, which comes off really easily. Wherever they walk, they sprinkle this red fairy dust everywhere throughout the day. There's more and more red spots on the floor, on the stairs, on the couch here where Ruby decides to take a nap. So these two makeup artists, they stay throughout the day to touch up on the makeup as well as help me with the ink blood makeup. Everything on my body from the neck down is actually temporary tattoos. I made these tattoos myself. I would draw these ink blot patterns on an iPad and then print them out with a temporary tattoo paper. Then we just put them on my body throughout the day because we didn't have enough time. If the makeup artist were to actually put those makeup on me on set, it would take 10 times longer. The only part of the ink blot that is real makeup is my face. You can't really put the tattoo on. Beam did a really good job of putting that makeup on me. The scenes on the shadow days are supposed to be match cuts with the scenes on the light day. It's showing what's in my head during the same exact time as the light day, and we see the Anima and the Animus beside me, pulling me back or reminding me to, hey, come back to your ethical side. And as the song progressed, they become more and more angry at me. Towards the end, they leave me. It's me completely repressing them, and they see that there's no place for them in my conscience anymore. There are these scenes where I have to swing a sword for maybe like half an hour. It's made of real metal and it was actually quite heavy. When I made my character, I put 0 points into my strength stats. After like 3 minutes of swinging the sword, I got really tired. My arms are going like really floppy. The scene with the stairs, it was quite difficult because I had to climb the stairs with my eyes closed while fighting these two characters who are grabbing me and pulling me down. And I was really relieved that nobody actually fell off the stairs, because at some point the grabbing got quite real. In the last scene, I wanted to use candle to signify them mourning for my humanity. In Thai culture, when you mourn someone at a funeral, then you use one candle. And I had this ingenious idea. Oh, hey, can you guys actually blow out the candles right when the background music goes, ah! And they were actually trying many times because it was hard to actually blow out the candle at the same time. And then once we got that shot, the DOP was like, this is not gonna work. It's too funny. And I was like, how is it funny? It's gonna be so good. And then I looked at the shot and I was like, yep, I agree with you. Ruby and Ray, they were screaming in real life repeatedly because if you vocalize, it helps a lot with your facial expression. Having them screaming in my ears helps a lot. I feel like I am actually going crazy. I laugh like a crazy person. Nat, the DOP, keeps saying, oh, you're not acting, aren't you? This is the real you. Which there's a truth in that. Otherwise, why would I come up with the concept of this whole thing? And then we wrap up. It was 2 long days of almost 24 hours of shooting. Last but not least, let me introduce you to the team. I couldn't have done any of this without each and every one of them. First of all, we have Nat, who is the director of photography, or sometimes it's called the cinematographer. He's in charge of the technical side, like selecting the right camera lenses, selecting the right gears and rigs to achieve the shots that we want, as well as working closely with the lighting crew to set up the lightings for each shot. Here we have the CG team come in and they directed where the blue screen and markers for tracking should be on set to make sure that they would have an easier time doing the CG work afterwards. Then we have Tai, the director's assistant. Her main role is to make sure that we get all the shots in the right order and that we have every shot that we needed, as well as she's my stand-in when we're setting up the lighting. And we have Tap, the coordinator, should make sure that everyone, like all the actors, all the crew, gets there on time, getting the right costume for their scenes. We also have the behind-the-scenes cameraman. His name is Eaton, who filmed all of the behind-the-scenes clip that you see in this video. And going along with my craziness on set, I had to keep doing crazy little dancing to keep myself awake. So he keeps getting me in a lot of weird positions of facial expressions. All of the actors are actually my friends. I think it's more fun to film with friends. To me, it's a lot more personal and meaningful if one day I look back at this music video and I actually see friends I like. Me, myself, as an actual human person. My role in this video is I am the director. I come up with the concept, what the characters are gonna look like, what their costumes are gonna be, drew all the storyboards, how the story is gonna progress, which characters is gonna be in which scenes. However, I am extremely inexperienced. This is actually my first time directing anything ever. My friend Nat, the director of photography, he helped a lot getting the shot list as well as directed the acting, especially for my scenes because I'm in front of the camera, right? I don't see how I'm actually acting. So he would say certain things to bring out the emotions or the right expressions in that scene.
Cut. I'm doing too early. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill.
And seriously, everyone did an amazing job helping someone as inexperienced as me, getting my idea and my vision into real life. I'm actually thinking of doing a video where I tell you the whole process of how I direct my own video, from how to come up with the concept, the character design, the storyboard, getting all the crew together, how do you actually film on set, and what's needed in post-production. So if you're interested, let me know in the comments. comments and I will make that video for you. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.